Hey guys, how's it going? Paragon was recently released into its beta phase. It's become a lot more available to everyone. And so because of this, I thought I'd start doing a little video series about the heroes, their breakdown, the mechanics, how they work, and more importantly, how they all stack up at the moment. But please do keep in mind, as it stands, the game is still in beta. A lot's going to change. A lot of what I say now will be redundant later on. But this is going to really help if you want to kick ass in games. That's what I want to do when I play this. I want to clean up. Yeah, I'm sure you do too. So for the first hero breakdown, I'm going to do Gideon because he's not particularly complicated to play, and he's really good in the team. So his first, obviously, of course, his left click button is his basic attack. It's higher than most, but it's quite slow. It makes last hitting quite hard. But you know, he's a ranged caster. His main abilities are push and initiate. So you won't be using this all that much. A bit at the start, not too much in the late game. Now his right click button. This is a single hit on an enemy. It won't work on creeps. So if you aim at an opponent and there are creeps between you and them, it won't affect the creeps. It will go straight to them and only hit the enemy. It does a little bit of damage. It starts off at 50 energy damage. But the big thing here is the slow, and it slows them for 3 seconds. 3 seconds slow in this game is big. It's quite handy, and I'll show you why later. Next to the Q, really important ability for Gideon. Now this it does a lot of damage first of all, but it helps with his push. You can drop this down on creep waves. I think I've been finding that by level 9 you can just eliminate entire creep waves. You can just drop them in an instant with this and a few left clicks, and then they're gone. So that, you know, when the whole enemy's down, you need to push really hard. You can do this. You can do this so easily. And also, because it's an AOE thing, you can just drop it down. It doesn't matter how many of them are. If you stack them all in one spot and then just let this go, no matter how hard the enemy is pushed and how many of them there are, you can just flatline them. Be warned though, of course, it is going to be less effective against the super. It is going to be less effective against the super creeps, just because, you know, they're super creeps. Now onto his E. Really important ability again. This is a teleport. It's called Torn Space. It just teleports you somewhere. Really good for an escape. Really good for an escape. In fact, because, like, for example, Dekka's ult, which traps you in, it kind of it traps you in an enclosed like octagon, and a lot of the escape abilities in this game don't allow you to escape from that, but Torn Space does. Do keep in mind though, even though this is a good escape, you can still be easily caught out with a few stuns and whatnot. So you do still need to be careful and be wary. Look around the map. Torn Space can also be used as an initiation when combined with the ult. Now Gideon's ult ability is called Black Hole. Wicked. This is a game changer at the moment in Paragon. It deals a lot of damage. First of all, 450 energy damage over 5 seconds. What's that, like, yeah, 90 damage a second, I think. Boom, quick maths. And that's just at its base, of course, with the new cards and whatnot. That's just going to boost up and boost up. But it also slows them down, so when they try and run away from you, their movement will be slowed. This is awesome, because this can be used as an initiation. You know, you can combine it, especially when you combine it with Torn Space, you can just kind of jump in, or they're slowed, and then your teammates can just fall in and clean up after you. Something to keep in mind with this ultimate, you have to be careful, because whilst it does slow them down, any escape abilities, they won't be slowed down, so enemies with escape abilities can still get out relatively easy, with, of course, their apportioned escape ability. With that said, and heroes that don't, it's really easy to catch them out if you combine Burden with this, because Burden gives them the right click ability. It slows them as well, so with that stun combined with the extra stun from Black Hole, they really don't have a whole lot of chance to get out. And then when you combine it, if you can add your Q on top of that, it's just damage on top of damage. So they don't have a fair chance. You can just clean up with this ability. And it's a fantastic. There aren't that many great initiations in the game yet, but this is one of them, and it can change one good team fight. You can win the game. So ideally, Gideon's a laner. He's very strong in lane, mainly because of his Q ability, Cosmic Rift. It's really good for clearing. It's really good for harass, and he really needs those points early to start pushing those lanes and getting those towers down. I think he's gonna. Yeah, this is. Yeah, there we go. That is his Q, Cosmic Rift. This is at his first level, so it does a fair amount of damage, but not a massive amount. One thing that should be mentioned with Gideon, he is quite squishy, especially early on before he's got any proper cards behind him. Although he does have an escape, it's quite possible and quite easy to deal a hell of a lot of damage to him very quickly, especially if the other team have stuns or there's his teleport escape. Also, something I didn't mention earlier, you'll see it kind of create two portals there. Apparently, I've never seen this myself, but apparently friendly teammates can jump through that portal with you, which makes initiation even better. Oh, there's a Gideon on the other team as well. See how much damage he took there. He's down to half health relatively quickly. Whilst he does need a lot of while he does need a lot of energy damage because it'll boost his left click and also his abilities, it's worth building health and, if necessary, in the later game, armor as well. Now, what armor you build on him depends on how much damage is coming from the other team. If their damage is mainly physical, build physical. If it's mainly energy, build energy. If it's a bit of both, build a bit of both. You know, you can build decks to suit each. So at the moment, the way I'm building him, of course, I get a health and a mana potion, and you either get a boom, Dark Hole. Sorry. Yeah, health and mana potion, and then generally I get a sentry ward, or not, I don't think they're called sentry wards on this. Generally I just get a ward, because it kind of, whilst you do have a good escape, it just gives you a bit more heads up. It's really useful, it's really handy, and you can scout out positions where it's handy all through the game. So that's pretty much the way I build him. He's really, really simple to play. Good for laning, good for pushing. There's his Q ability again. And look, even though it's nowhere near, I don't know how many points I've got on it here. I don't think it's max level just yet, but you see just how much damage it cracks out. Gideon, he's such a good pusher. That's where his utility lies, pushing and initiating. Yeah, that's Gideon. That's Gideon in a nutshell, I believe. Of course, do be wary of his health. Of course, every now and then you're going to have to go back to base, because without mana, Gideon's relatively useless. He really needs mana. With that said, in my card deck on him at the moment, I don't build any more mana on him. I don't think he needs it. You know, with the regen you get from the mana card, I really don't see any difficulties with it. So ladies and gentlemen, that's Gideon. If you enjoyed this video, do please subscribe. I'm going to do more of these. My channel's pretty bare at the moment, but I'm going to do more. This is a fantastic game, and I'd like to see its growth. Any questions you have, or if you've got a better idea of how to play him, please do give me a shout and in the comments below. And I'll see you next time. Take it easy, guys. Bye.